It's Friday, October 31st, and it's Halloween. Burt Beebe here at HoneyBeeMade, and today's gift shop hours are 11 to 5. And normally I would open the gift shop and would close it at 5 o'clock. But today, because it's a special day, Halloween, she is getting the home prepped up for Halloween so I can leave here at 5 and go enjoy the festivities for the evening. So you've got me in the gift shop all day long, and in between customers, I'm making myself a goal. And that is to create a new video to be released either Saturday or Sunday. It gives me about 24 to 48 hours, but this video is a little different. I've been beekeeping now for 10 years. I'd like to give you a historical timeline on how we achieved going from 2 colonies of honeybees to close to 100 colonies of honeybees, buying property and building a building with a gift shop. But first, a trip to the overlook, looking over not a 4-leaf clover, but overlooking the Big Flats Valley in Big Flats, New York. 2016 was the year I started beekeeping. I was a culinary arts teacher in 2016, and I wanted something different to do during July and August, in which I always had off. I always did culinary summer camps for junior high students. That particular year, I wanted to do something different. So I took $700 that I had earned from a culinary camp the prior summer and bought 2 colonies of bees that following January, and that summer I started 2 colonies of bees. And when I did, I had to use someone else's property because Ann and I live in a cul-de-sac and there was just no room or no place for us to have bees. I don't think our neighbors would have been appreciative of that. Also keep in mind, we did not yet have the property here in Big Flat, so we did have to use someone else's property. And also that summer I did add on 2 more colonies on someone else's property, so I'm on 2 people's property with a total of 4 colonies our first year. And that first year, that following winter, none of our honeybees survived. But I wanted to keep going. I was excited to be outdoors, working with something different, and honeybees are amazing. So we went into 2017. As we started 2017, I added 4 more colonies and had to purchase bees to fill the new 4 colonies and the 4 colonies that we lost. So I purchased bees in 2017. So we're up to 8 colonies. We're on 4 different properties and with no electric fences around any of our colonies. And it's important around here to have an electric fence because we found out that black bear really do like to destroy a honeybee colony. And believe it or not, they're not after the honey, they're after the bees. Actually, they're after the larva. They need to bulk up with protein and fat to survive the winters around here. 2017 also saw our first vendor and craft show where we sold our honey. So it's our 2nd year of beekeeping, and we found that honey sold itself. And I'm like, wow, I'm getting my money back with the investment I made in these 8 colonies. Selling honey at the vendor and craft shows, I thought, what would happen if I started doing social media marketing and started a home-based business? I did some math and figured out the profit margins, and I thought, this is a pretty good idea. I think we can make money at this. America loves honeybees, and America loves honey. Sweet. 2018 rolls around, and I'm still teaching culinary arts at BOCES, and in the meantime, we are expanding our bee colonies. Beekeeping is now becoming an addiction and a lot more work. We added additional colonies this particular summer throughout Chemung and Steuben counties. We're now up to 14 colonies on several different properties. We're selling at vendor and craft shows to keep up with my honeybee spending and to make a profit. And because we're on so many different pieces of property, the traveling between properties is becoming inefficient. Actually, back then I wanted piece of land where we could have a great big bee apiary and just a roadside stand to sell honey at. Once again, we lost most of our colonies from 2018. I'm learning a lot, but 2019 starts a turning point for us, and now we're up to 20 colonies. And I'm treating for varroa mites, and the upcoming winter I have a 90% survival rate of honeybees. It's one of the last years I'll ever buy honeybees. 20 colonies of honeybees can make a good amount of honey. Buckets and buckets of honey, hundreds and hundreds of pounds. And of course, now we're into 2020, the year that changed the world. March 15th, 2020 is the year that COVID hit and the world shut down. It also changed my life and my wife's life forever. And I'm saying for the better. COVID gave me extra time. I'm teaching culinary arts from home on a laptop. It gave me extra time. So I started marketing on social media for our honey and advertising next day free delivery. This is the first year we really started selling honey very seriously. The social media marketing took off. I was pleasantly surprised. Sales are significantly increasing. That following winter, once again, we had a 90% survival rate of our colonies. And I think I purchased bees one more time for 2021, and that'll be the last year I purchase honeybees, because the amount of calls I was getting for swarms just really boosted our numbers of honeybees. So 2021 rolls around and we're coming out of winter, and I'm thinking very hard about finding a piece of property for us to be on and have all our bee colonies on one piece of property to make things much more efficient. And all I was looking for was a piece of property so that I could have beehives and sell honey on a roadside stand. I was driving by this particular piece of property for years, going to work every day, and I happened to know the owners way back from high school. And it was a Christmas tree farm, so the owners were twin brothers, and there was only one alive at this point. I found his address through the tax records in Chemung County and wrote him a letter in March of 2021. Wrote him a letter on a Monday, or mailed it out on a Monday, and he called me the following Friday, and we basically started the process of purchasing the property. The real cool kicker about that is we bought the property with COVID relief money from the government. Ann and I were both still working. We really didn't need the money. We'll take the money, but we didn't go on a vacation or anything like that. We bought the property as an investment. So we talked in March and we closed on the property in September of 2022 rolls around, and now we begin construction of what is now our gift shop and a back room for extracting honey. We cleaned up the property, added a big bee yard. It's not done building yet, by the way. So this was in 2022. We found that the local support is warm and supporting for us to build a nice business here in Big Flats, New York. We found that our location is a really nice location. We get travelers going back and forth from Niagara Falls to New York City and New Jersey, back and forth. And they're stopping for local honey. So we're profiting from that, if you will. 2023 is when we really started tracking our sales, and I'll show you our sales chart here in a few minutes. Hang tight. I'm not going to show you any numbers, but I can show you the graph and the increase of sales. 2024 rolls around. We didn't build this business on rock and roll, but we certainly built it on social media and word of mouth. Anything I can do to market our business without paying money is what I did. The local media around here was very supportive of us. They would always love to do stories on honeybees. Who doesn't love a honeybee? This is where I fell in love with marketing, self-marketing. So in 2025, we've seen a significant increase in sales. 2025 rolls around, and that's what we do. We have a gift shop, a wonderful little cute, warm gift shop that is a tool for us to. That's a condensed version of our timeline, our 10-year story. And 2026 is really looking up. We should be able to finish the back room, put up all white metal walls, get all our extraction equipment in there. We still have to purchase it. All we have is a 6-frame extractor right now, but it's serving its purpose. If you got this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment, leave us a like, and we'll catch you on the B side. Burt, Beebe out.